Next on Worcester News tonight, another round of testing at Worcester Public School finds low levels of PCBs. Plus, a big boost for Worcester's downtown, an inside look at the city's newest hotel. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Air testing results for PCBs at Worcester's Doherty Memorial High School are in and are below the EPA's level of concern. Some believe the chemicals may be linked to cancer and have raised concerns about the safety of faculty and students at Worcester Public Schools. In a press release, the public school system says 10 air samples were collected at Doherty on April 24th, and lab results show most of the PCB samples were less than the detection limit of 10 nanograms per cubic meter. This means air is safe for students and adults in the school. In the meantime, Worcester Mayor Joe Petty has put together a plan to help clear Worcester school buildings of PCBs.
It's important that we have buildings that meet the 21st century standards. Nothing to worry about, but we will continue to do the cleaning program we established there, keep in contact with the students and the teachers to make sure they understand what's going on.
We're very pleased with the results. You know, the upgrading of the ventilation systems and the recocking in places in the deep cleaning has worked.
The district conducted similar testing at Burncoat High School. All of those air samplings were also below the EPA's level of concern. The first woman to earn a graduate degree from WPI is finally crossing the stage 60 years later. Thursday, Audrey Carlin received an honorary doctorate degree from the university at the school's graduate commencement. She earned her graduate degree from WPI in 1957, 15 years before WPI awarded its first female undergraduate degrees. Carlin spoke at Thursday's ceremony, highlighting the progress women have made in the country since she was in school.
Have so many opportunities. The progress we have made is unimaginable, and we must not let the progress stop. To all the women, I want to encourage your continued activities to obtain and maintain equality.
Carlin wasn't able to cross the stage in 1957 because she was about to give birth to her first child. The state's Department of Public Health is releasing new opioid overdose statistics. The report shows there was an increase in opioid overdose deaths in 2016, but the rate is slowing down. There is troubling new information about the increase in presence of fentanyl in overdose deaths. As our Catherine Andrioli shows us, local police departments are doing more to combat overdoses.
Things that we did was we did purchase Narcan. So we've given out to each officer in the department.
In an effort to combat the opioid epidemic, the Westboro Police Department recently purchased Narcan, a drug to counteract overdoses. Chief Alan Gordon says it has saved lives.
What these drug dealers are doing now is it's a lot cheaper than just the heroin, so they're mixing it with the heroin.
According to the DPH, it's estimated there were more than 2,000 deaths last year caused by opioids. Public health data shows a connection with the drug fentanyl, citing its presence in 69% of the state's overdoses, where toxicology was tested at an all-time high.
Numerous saves recently, with Narcan. We unfortunately just did have an overdose about 2 weeks ago.
Law enforcement says drug dealers are cutting heroin with fentanyl because it's cheaper, but it's also more deadly.
But one of the things that we've seen is with the fentanyl, because it is so potent, we've had to use more Narcan on the people. You may have to hit them 2 or 3 times.
Susan Hillis is a treatment specialist at AdCare Hospital in Worcester. She says it's becoming more challenging to treat patients, and oftentimes they don't realize they're taking a drug mixed with fentanyl.
Really challenging because there's a number of people out there that are taking what they think is heroin, and it turns out to be fentanyl.
Hillis says the biggest risk for patients is overdosing after they leave detox. She says not enough people come forward and encourages patients to always ask for help.
Your highest risk of overdose chance is after you leave treatment. So ask for help. Call, come in for detox, go to outpatient, go to a meeting, those kinds of things to just really start the process.
In Worcester, Catherine Andrioli, Worcester News Tonight.
A Holland woman is found guilty Thursday on multiple charges related to a 2014 Brimfield crash killing 2 young brothers. According to Mass Live, 24-year-old Suzanne Hardy was found guilty on 2 counts of motor vehicle homicide by negligent operation. 4-year-old Dylan Riel and 1-year-old Jace Garcia, both of Southbridge, died in the crash. Prosecutors say Hardy's reckless behavior behind the wheel caused the death of the 2 brothers. She will be sentenced Monday morning in Hampden Superior Court. A first-grade boy is in critical condition after he collapsed during recess at Packagug Elementary School in Auburn. The school nurse performed 1 cycle of CPR until firefighters and paramedics arrived. The boy went into cardiac arrest and was brought to a nearby hospital. Police say he was transferred to Boston Children's Hospital. No word on his condition at this time. Now to an update on a story we brought to you earlier this week. Worcester police make an arrest in a shooting on Country Club Boulevard. 22-year-old Jesse Ababio was arrested Wednesday at his apartment on the same road. Police say Ababio shot a woman in the leg on Sunday. He is now facing multiple charges, including armed assault with intent to murder and possession of a firearm without a license. The state is working to keep law enforcement officers and construction workers safe. Flashing blue LED lights on portable trailers will now serve as the first stage of notification for drivers approaching a work zone. Portable temporary rumble strips will be placed at work zone entrances to alert drivers even further. Since last July, 395 crashes were reported in work zones.
With the coming of the spring construction season, in partnership with MassDOT, the state police will begin once again to focus enforcement activity in the work zone with the goal of ensuring safer roads for not only the motorists, the workers, but also the police officers.
Other measures include sequential drum lights to guide drivers away from sections of the road that is closed, plus a radar feedback board that displays how fast someone is driving. A night to remember for the Interfaith Hope for Housing Coalition as volunteers gather to honor and pay tribute to Matthew Ryan, who founded the program in 2009. Matthew passed away in 2016. Tonight, dozens gathered at the Central Massachusetts Housing Alliance for a dinner. Members of the alliance say the Hope for Housing Coalition focuses on preventing homelessness in Worcester, something Matthew was passionate about. The coalition says since the program has started, they have distributed more than $260,000 throughout Worcester County to help prevent families from becoming homeless.
Everybody's. So now people have an opportunity to buy these grocery cards after church for the face value for $25 or $50 or $100, use those for themselves, but they're also helping people right here in our community from preventing them from becoming homeless.
And the coalition partners with 29 faith-based congregations throughout Worcester County. City officials got a tour of the newest hotel in Worcester. The new 118-room Homewood Suites by Hilton is located in downtown Worcester, and the hope is the new hotel will bring big business to the city. Our Rosalind Flaherty got an inside look today and has the details.
The Homewood Suites by Hilton is almost ready to start booking rooms in Worcester's Washington Square.
If you remember what was here before, it was a vacant storefront, the KJ Barron storefront, and now it's been turned into this beautiful 118-room hotel.
The 6-story hotel features a saltwater swimming pool and fitness center. The developer says with all the new projects happening in the city, he knew Worcester needed hotels.
We have hotels in Providence. Providence is not as big as Worcester. It has half the colleges and universities, yet it has twice the hotel rooms.
According to Discover Central Massachusetts, this new hotel brings the number of hotel rooms up to 963 in the city. Chamber of Commerce President Tim Murray says new hotels will allow them to bring more conventions and conferences to Worcester.
We can't apply for a lot of different conventions or sports tournaments and things unless we have hotel rooms. So this is going to add to our ability to be more aggressive.
The hotel is expected to employ 35 full and part-time employees and will generate more than $350,000 in taxes. The developer says it's in the perfect spot for their guests to go out and enjoy what downtown has to offer.
People can walk to the great restaurants that I've experienced many times in the area, with the train station across the street, you know, Washington Square, kind of a hub of traffic going to the hospitals or the central business district. We thought it was a great location and it had excellent visibility from the highway.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester.